A man is being charged with murder after a 41-year-old man, his name Alan Waterman, was found deceased, having sustained injuries at his unit in Torrens Road, Caboolture South. He was discovered Wednesday morning. Alan Waterman was a 41-year-old man, believed to be a quiet man that kept himself to himself, and we're told that a 23-year-old man from Everton Park in Brisbane was located at the property, and on Wednesday evening he was charged with murder as well as entering a dwelling with intent. Not 100% sure what enter a dwelling with intent means, but seemingly it doesn't mean, or rather it's not referring to a home invasion, it's not referring to a burglary. I'm assuming it means that he's been charged with entering a dwelling with the intention of causing harm or indeed murdering the victim concerned. Again, 41-year-old Alan Waterman from Torrens Road, Caboolture South. We're told that a weapon was used. We're told that the victim sustained injuries to his neck. We're told that the scene was very bloody, but of course the investigation is ongoing and the scene is being processed at this point. Police haven't let the public know whether or not the two men, the perpetrator and the victim, knew each other, but they have stated that it doesn't appear to be a home invasion. So it seems to me that there's a fairly good likelihood that they did know each other, but we don't know that for sure. In fact, that's pretty much all the information that we have at this point in time. Of course, full condolences to the family and friends, colleagues, co-workers, anyone touched by the tragedy, the murder of Alan Waterman, 41 years of age, from Caboolture South. Seemingly a 23-year-old man from Everton Park entered the property, entered Alan's home with intent to harm him. It was a bloody scene. A weapon was used. Alan sustained injuries to the neck, and we are told that it was a disturbing scene for the officers. So condolences to the officers as well, those that have to trawl through the subject for the ensuing months, perhaps years. But hopefully this is a relatively open and shut case. They have a prime suspect, a 23-year-old man. If I understand correctly, he was apprehended at the scene. So he stayed there. He entered a property illegally, murdered Alan Waterman, allegedly, perhaps, and then seemingly stayed at the property waiting to be arrested. I mean, that's my read on the situation. I could be wrong, of course. So, of course, again, full condolences, but I think there is a blessing. I'm hoping that there's a blessing, and that is that this does seem to be an open and shut case. They have a murder weapon. The 23-year-old man was apprehended at the scene. He was covered in blood, not his own blood. Seemingly the 23-year-old hadn't sustained injuries. It seems like perhaps there wasn't too much of a scuffle. If there was an altercation, it seems to have been one-sided. Perhaps the 23-year-old had intent, was armed, used a weapon. Perhaps Alan Waterman didn't stand a chance, didn't have the ability to fight back. We don't know the full details, but I would hope that this is somewhat of an open and shut case. I would think that the police already have the guilty party apprehended. Perhaps that guilty party, the 23-year-old, will be pleading guilty. Perhaps he'll confess during interrogation and make this a very easy process, not only for the police, but really for the benefit of the family, the friends of Alan Waterman. The sooner, the quicker, the easier it is to get closure, to have some semblance of justice. My understanding is, I'm no expert at this, but my understanding is that's going to help, that's going to be a benefit to family and friends. So I do hope that is the case. But that's all the information that we have. Of course, once more, full condolences to all touched by this tragedy. Alan Waterman, 41 years of age, murdered in his own home, Torrens Road, Caboolture South, by a 23-year-old from Everton Park that perhaps knew, perhaps had a relationship with Alan Waterman, but we're not told that for sure. I'll wrap things up at this point. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. Consider joining my memberships. I don't have any members. I'd love to get a few. That would be great, but that's fine. I'm getting better and better, doing more and more, and that's what I'm focused on. So I'll thank you for listening in any case, and take care.